What is up? What is up? Happy News Daily. It is Ziggy No. It is 8/9/23. It's the evening. It's been a couple days, I know. I've been really busy with life, and that's a great thing. When life is busy, you can't complain about that, especially when it's positive things going on. Happy birthday to my son. Just leave a shout out to that. You know who you are. Got a couple of them. Got a lot of great content for you. I've been listening to a lot of great content recently. I've been doing some research. I want to share with you what I think is kind of some breaking news post the national that no one's talked about. And like many of the stuff in my channel, I hope others will listen and pick this up and more people talk about it. We're also going to talk about the rise of collector content. Right? A lot of new content, or not only new, but old content and new content and content, but collector focused. Even people focusing more on the collectors. We'll talk about that as well. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about how I'm going to pass on platinum and why I'm passing on platinum. A lot of great stuff in here about platinum. We've seen some great breaks. I love Step in the Box, love ERB. They're very bullish on it. I'm going to talk a little bit about them. Product looks like it could be beautiful, but why I'm going to pass on it, I'll talk to you about that in just a moment. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. I also had a mail day. I don't know if I'm going to get to that. I got so many things to do, and I really got to get downstairs to the family. Okay, first video I'm going to start you with is Clemente Collector. Do recommend, if you haven't already, please go over and subscribe, give them some sub love. Tell them Ziggy sent you. This is one of the best videos I've listened to, and I'm actually shocked no one else has done this. This is talking to a dealer. The dealer gives some great insight. Here are the 3 takeaways that I got from this. Number 1, everybody who says, oh, I wish they would organize all the vintage guys over here and all the new guys over here and all these guys over here. All these people who come to the show thinking that they're going to do that. You need to remember, and this guy points this out, these dealers get their location based on seniority, and location is key based on traffic. So for example, if I'm a vendor who's been going for 20 years, I want the best location where I'm going to get the best foot traffic. So I'm going to look at the map, I'm going to see who the corporate sponsors are, and I'm going to pick my location. I don't care if I have vintage or if I have new or modern or whatever I have, because I might even sublease my spot off based on my traffic, right? So traffic is what drives it. It's again, corporate. It's even dealers are business generated, business oriented. And I think this is a great insight that Howard gives us, the business side of this, why the dealers are doing this, right? So number 1 reason that you're not going to see that, and this makes sense, conference space is based on traffic. Traffic is most important. Now I got an idea how they could fix this. They should put up a pole. Every vendor should have a pole, and on that pole should have like stripes around it. And the stripes could represent the color of the different products you might support, like yellow for Pokemon. I love saying Pokemon. Maybe gray for vintage, red for, I don't know, football. I don't know, but you could have color codes and just a bar. So I could see across the room, oh, vintage over here. Oh, he's got Pokemon over here. This is an idea. Other takeaways from this. Howard talks about the vote and why him and some of the dealers were looking at AC versus Chicago versus Atlanta. He makes some great points. He didn't say who he voted for, but he says that he was not happy with AC, even though they were offering that $1,000. And AC's in his backyard. He talked about it cost him more business last year to go to AC, dealing with the problems, the parking, the air conditioning, the lack of internet, not the air conditioning, the internet. So he did not seem to me like him or other dealers were likely to pick AC. So I think AC might really be out, which I actually was shocked by that. It does sound like Atlanta could be a possibility. He did talk about the risk there, where they haven't been to Atlanta in a long time. And when they were in Atlanta, they did not do well in Atlanta back in the 80s. I don't know, but they talked about Atlanta facility, great insights. And we know what we got with Chicago. Another thing they talked about, Chicago, a lot of space. Cleveland next year will not have as much space. And here's what Howard mentioned. Howard does not have a booth right now for Cleveland because they cut off anybody for 3 years. If you're a dealer, and this is what Howard said in the video, if you've been a dealer, I understand for the last 3 years, you did not get booth space yet. You're on a wait list for it. So if you're a senior dealer, in other words, pre-COVID, you're going to have your spots for Cleveland already. So right now, you got to think about that. We might lose some of those new, modern, those great curators, the Merle Worlds. They might not have booth space in Cleveland next year. I don't know. Maybe they're getting it from somebody who's already, veteran person already there, so they're sharing. But I'm just saying that's an interesting thing to hear about, how there's going to be a change in just the amount of space that's going to be available in Cleveland because you're not going to have as many people who can re-up. So keep that in mind. Oh, there's a third thing I wanted to mention as well. This is why you should take notes, Ziggy. We'll come back to it in a minute. They'll come back to me. It will. Faction. Great video here. More breaking news. Breaking news, guys. Conversation here. I don't want to go forward and miss this. Three guys here. Gentleman at the bottom, I forget his name. He talks about his experience organizing trade nights at the National. And the cousins were involved as well. And they basically tell you the true story about what happened. And they point some things out. Like, look, they were trying to organize trade night. The National did try to come around and shut them down. Said if you're at a hotel that's sanctioned by the National, you cannot have your event there. So this guy moved his event somewhere. Then he talked to the National. Then he went through a bunch of hoops. Had to be invite only. You couldn't say trade night. So we had a wrestling event called something else. But he talks about the trade night and talks about specifically what happens and the misinformation. And one thing he points out is, again, how card porn just keeps running their mouth and has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Let me be clear. If you listen to this big man's video, he points out that he actually reached out to Jesse from Sports Card Nonsense. I'm going to give him a shout out for this because he wanted somebody with clout to be able to verify, yeah, we're having problems with our trade night. And card porn comes out and says it's all bullshit. Card porn, shut the fuck up. You do nothing. Here's the thing, guys. We were watching this. Card porn is a selfish son of a bitch. He only cares about himself. He's not there looking for you with a hobby. Don't go to card porn for information or expect him to help you. Card porn's only there to fuck you. Fuck card porn. Sorry. It just pisses me off, man. Card porn did not help anybody in this situation. It pisses me off, man. So again, listen to this video. He talks about the trade night and the importance of that. Let me see if I can remember my third point back here. 2 points there. National, they didn't like the bribe. It could be Atlanta, could be Chicago. I told you the information about first come, first serve. Oh, there was something else here. We'll come back. And they're going to cut up, if you've been in there less than 3 years, you might not get space in Cleveland. Here's another thing I'll talk about. Going back to the National. Great tidbit from Dr. Beckett. He wanted to point out Chicago is laid out like a baseball field. You got first base, center field, and second base. You have third base. You have home plate. You got to think of the rooms that way. Really, really interesting analogy. Cleveland is football field. Big triangle, apparently. Keep that in mind. That's a Dr. Beckettism. Let me just shout this out. New show. It's called Four Collectors. Go over and subscribe now. Four Collectors right here. Just click the damn link right here. Click, and it takes you right over there. Four Collectors. This is a new show. These four guys have come together. I'm going to say I'm a huge fan of all four of these guys. I didn't know John, the 3D 80s kid guy, as well. I haven't been following his long. I've been following Pepino Man and James for a long time. Love Elite Hunters. Love Pepino Man. Pepino Man is one of my favorites. And the fact he's involved, I can watch everything this man does. He is a card comedy genius. Okay. Theo, new guy, love him. I just talked about his channel. His interview. Great. And what these guys are working on, August 27th, 8 hours of content. August 27th, 8 hours of content. Check it out. They're going to have a bunch of other collectors involved. Kind of a mini, I don't want to say the word hobby palooza, but mini content creators ball. Oh, and giveaways. Check it out. Check this out. Baseball Card Junkies TV. You're probably going, who? If you haven't checked these guys out, please go check these guys out. These guys were pre-COVID. I think they're around during COVID too, but they are Hall of Famers in the YouTube Hall of Fame. What I really enjoyed about this, and these guys are going to point this out, these three guys sit around and talk cards together, and they open cards, show cards, talk cards, collect. In the Zoom world, we all doing it on the Zoom. We have our little windows, and everybody's got their back screens and everything like that. This was real. This is real, man. This is real. It was real. I loved it. It was real. And they're back. So kind of revival of the content creators of Baseball Card Junkies. Check it out, man. It was a really good hour plus. Put it on 2X if you want to. They've already dropped another short video talking about what else they're coming out with. So I'd love to see people go out and support them. They didn't need the support, but just it's awesome. Talking about this and your Hall of Famers, quickly bring this video that Jimmy Guns did, firing the guns, talking about Hall of Fame, and kind of calling out Luke, I don't want to call him, that's not, call it Dustin Sports Car Dad on the Hobby Hall of Fame. I'm going to leave it at that. Just check this video out. Dustin's already come out with a rebuttal to this, which I'm not going to talk about tonight. It's interesting to me because I just love, because here's my thought. Here's why the reason I'm bringing this up is that collectors have some great content. It's totally different than the flip it, let's go rip it, let's go chip it type of content, right? But I can see Dustin's pivoting to that, trying to expand it, trying to get that reach, I heard he was mingling and talking to people at the at the happy hour, the content creators talking to Snoop, like one of my favorite content creators, talking to Snoop for like 45 minutes, and thinking to myself, man, he's working Snoop. And here's my thing, Dustin. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope you are this real. I hope you hang out with everybody. I hope you're there next year at the National, hanging out with the content creators. I hope you make small shout outs to the small channels. I just feel like in a few years we're not going to see anymore. We're going to talk about, oh, he's like Mr. Beast. He'll be the Mr. Beast of YouTube, and he'll kind of look down to us from his high tower. Oh, small people. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, great video here. How Fleer hustled, everyone. I'll drop the link in the video below. Listen to this. It's from Coach Collectibles. Great video here. Basically, they create this list of cards you need to collect. Let's say 25 cards. You collect them all, you get some prize. These are back in the mail order days, right? Kind of like before you had redemptions and NFTs. So collect everything. And like of the 50 cards, like one card, there's only one of them made. Talk about a bottleneck. Like some of the cards, there were thousands of them made. So you were buying and selling thousands of these guys, thousands of them. If there's one card that you need to complete the set to get the reward, there's only one. Maybe there's two. This isn't the first time I've heard this. This is a story of Flair doing it in 1997, right? And it just, again, 1997. And you think about lawsuits, and it just, I love the hobby. The hobby is the people, man. The hobby is the people, all of them, good and bad. I'm going to wrap this up. I got a lot to do, and I got to go, guys. Topps Platinum is out. I'm a huge fan of this product. I did like it last year. I love the videos I see coming out of it, but I'm going to pass on it. I'll tell you why I'm going to pass on it. To me, you're getting bewildered with shiny and lots and lots of autos. One autograph per 4 blasters, one autograph per year. I think you're going to get a lot of valueless crap. I really do. I think you're going to get a lot of what I've seen. I don't think they've been very valuable hits. I also think for those people who are trying to think budgeting, you got to remember, man, there's still a lot of Chrome products coming. I'm expecting Chrome Sapphire. I'm expecting Chrome Big Baller, Ben Baller coming. There's probably some other Chrome Black is probably going to come. There's more Chrome products that are going to distract you. This Platinum is cool, but it doesn't have the history, in my opinion, to have the value. In fact, are they going to do a 23 set? Because boy, they're way behind on that. Is it even being made? I don't know. It's something I'm going to pass. I'm going to watch it. I enjoy it. I looked at some retail day. If I find it at retail, I might pick up a box, maybe put a box away. But I'm going to pass this because I'm paying attention to Chrome. That's why I'm doing it. Last video I'll talk about. A great video from Neo. I thought he did a really good job talking about this masterpiece upper deck Marvel product. I'll be honest. Here's a quick get-go. He talks about this stuff came out at $400, $500 a box. Then it went up to another dollars a box, and up to this. And then the other day, I forget, one of these bastards came out. I mean bastards, either Steel City, David Adams, or Blowout. I think it was Steel City came out and listed this shit for $900 a box pre-order. And the world's gotten pretty mad. And let me just say this. When is this going to stop? When is it going to stop? Why do we need, please somebody explain to me. Why do we need Steel City, Blowout, and David Adams anymore? I mean, maybe they need them right now, but in the future, do we? Like, can't Upper Deck move everything to just sending them out to your stores and then putting stuff on ePack? Like, why do you even ship this stuff to these companies that are doing this to the collectors, right? Because as Mia points out, there are a lot of people who are going to get hurt here on this product. If you buy $900 a box, you're going to get hurt. You're going to walk away bitter. And this isn't, it's unique that it's Upper Deck. This happens all the time in Panini. It happens in Topps. But I don't know. I feel like if we got rid of those middlemen, and again, you had more e-pack options or, direct-to-consumer options and straight to the stores or whatever. I don't know. It just frustrated me. A couple of quick things to point out. I want to put this on record here. It is August 9th, 2023. A box of NT sold by Panini Direct was $22.50. They say $2,300. Let's call it $2,500. That means a case is going for what? $10,000? Is that right? God damn. $10,000. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Eighth, maybe it's $9,000. $9,000. Last thing to talk about. There is an official blog on ComC. They have some articles out here. I thought this is pretty cool. Some blogs. I know some other websites that do blogs, but I am a fan of ComC. I use their stuff, and I thought I'd just quickly share some of their blogs. You guys use them. I think they pay you too, by the way, if you get something posted by them. So this is just posted today. by anonymous conversation user. Why does it say that? But his name's right there. It makes no sense. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to open my mail day stuff right now. I'm going to go ahead and thank you guys for being here, but I just got to have to run. Have a good night. Like, comment, subscribe.